Good morning, yarn tubers. Welcome back to Dana's Wanderlust Crochet with Dana and Dooley, the CEO and founder and sponsor and moral support, snoopervisor. We're in Kansas City. Now, coming in after dark last night, I saw some, pretty sparkly kind of things in the Kansas City area. But, yeah, I think I'm parked in the armpit of Kansas City. So that's all right, Oh, I got to tell you, for the first time ever, since I started driving, early last year, somebody knocked on my door last night. And I'm like, what the heck? I go, and finally I get the curtain open. By that time, she was gone. And I've always said, if any of those girls ever, knocked on my door, I would offer them, whatever I had. Do you need water? Do you want some pork rinds? Do you need some dog hair? Whatever I can give them, I know they're being watched. And, a lot of times those girls have a quota to me. If I had a couple bucks, I'd give them to her, because, I'm not going to change your life. I do belong to, Truckers Against Trafficking, so there are steps I can take in a way that would keep me safe. I would ask her if she's okay, but I can't get too far into it. There's a little bit of training involved to protect yourself, especially myself as a woman. I have to be extra careful because those girls are being watched. But anyway, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to go off on several tangents today because I got tagged. It's kind of like the time my husband and I played laser tag. I was ducking and weaving. I'm not going to get tagged. I kind of got unofficially tagged by Nicole at Addicted to Yarn. You need to check her out. And I'm like, I don't have to do it because nobody called me out publicly. And then, like yesterday afternoon, I'm seeing all these, more and more 20 questions videos. I started watching them and I realized I was watching them to see if I'd get tagged. And by yesterday afternoon, I'm like, well, how come nobody's tagged me? Didn't anybody like me anymore? But Dooley's feelings are hurt. How come I haven't been tagged? Just because I don't want to do it doesn't mean they shouldn't tag me. And Crystal at Coffee Crochet and Cuddles tagged me. She's my girl. So here we go. And I warn you, there are a couple of tangents. What does my name mean? Dana means God has judged in Hebrew. So there's that. Number 2 and number 3, where you from, where you born? Oregon and Oregon. What would I have been named if I'd been a boy? I don't know. My dad did discuss one time that he wanted to name me Kathleen, but Mama, I don't call her Mama. Mom had kind of won out with Dana. Anyway, that's all I know. And I wouldn't ask her because I have a fear of being made to feel stupid. So, which is my problem. Okay, what is my greatest accomplishment? Okay, so yes, getting my CDL and becoming a long-haul trucker is huge. My family's very impressed. I kind of had this in me all along, but I never, put myself out there to do it. What a lot of people don't realize, one of my other great accomplishments is in 2008, kind of hung my shingle out and decided I'm going to be a professional horse trainer. Boy, working with your own horses and family horses, that's one thing. But doing it as a professional for other people, for that many horses, that's something entirely different. And I had a rude awakening, but I immediately started educating myself and getting more and more experienced. I apprenticed for a short time with an Arabian trainer in Colorado, and she's amazing. Whenever she starts, discussing horses, I just stop. I mean, it's like E.F. Hutton. Man, I am a sponge. Whenever she speaks, I listen. She's Colorado's best kept secret, and her name is Lori Olmsted, and she has quintessential Arabians. And she stayed a small operation during her whole career because she would not take shortcuts. This is what I see. This is my impression. She would not take shortcuts. She's about the horses and what's best for the horse, and creating that creative side that really impresses me. That getting the best out of your horse in the best way possible, in the way that is best for the horse. That has always been my drive. After several years, I started to become very successful in not only training in certain aspects of training, not all aspects. I'm not as well-rounded as I'd like to be, but also in coaching inexperienced barrel racers or brand new barrel racers and teaching them the basics. And then I became very good at, I'm not an expert, but I am very good at analyzing. When I watch a barrel racer make her run, I can analyze that run pretty well. If I've got a real good view, it's a real good video, or I'm there personally and I didn't miss anything. But anyway, that's a tangent. A lot of people, especially my family, have no idea of the success and my accomplishments in that area. My eye color is brown, but when I get angry, they're brown, and when I'm happy or sad, they're brown. I don't have one of those fun changing eye colors. Okay, my favorite candle scent. Okay, so I like like a what is that called? I want to say a brambleberry, something berry. I love, like, my truck smells like this right now. This Febreze Fresh Harvest Pumpkin. I like pumpkin spice. I like Christmas. I like fall kind of. You can see I got my fall decor up there. It's all year long. I would have fall decor on my sagging, peel and paint front porch all year long. I love fall colors. I love, it doesn't look good on me. I don't wear those kind of colors. But I just love fall, and I love the smell. Anything from October 1st to, pretty much November, mid-December is like my favorite time of year. I love those smells. Anyway, pumpkin, fall, pine, cinnamon. I love candles that smell like a big old cinnamon roll or something too. But okay, so candle scent. I know how to cook. But here's something that I have a problem with. I can't cook and I can't drive if my mother is there. I will fail every time in some way. And it's my own psychosis. It's my own problem, whatever it is. It's not hers. Okay, what is good about my life right now? Well, I am enjoying good health, which is not, some people think, oh, that's boring. I've lost 150 pounds, so yeah, I'm enjoying that. And that opened up my whole world so that now it has contributed to my independence and my mental well-being. It has done so much for me. I still have a lot to go, and I'm really having trouble. Next one, I'm a Libra. Yeah. And I don't read horoscopes. I'm not into that, but I know that those star signs, that's a real thing. They exist. I don't study that. I study the Bible, but I know, the stars are aligned in a certain way that God put them there. But that's not my focus. I like to say, oh, I'm a Libra, because then I can identify with other people who are born at the same time of the year. So that's all that's about. I've had my Christianity questioned because I held a Libra swap, and I'm sorry, but you're causing people to stumble when you do that. What scares me about aging? Losing my independence and being a burden on other people. I mean, truly, I have clinical phobias about being forced to be in a situation where the other people don't want me there and I can't get out. That's huge with me. My favorite holiday. Well, it's that whole fall time. So Thanksgiving, because I like to eat, and I loved growing up being around the Watkins family. They were we always went to their place for Thanksgiving, and they're just my extended family. I feel like those boys are my brothers, and that their father is like my stepfather, and those people have been there for me at certain times. When my husband died, they've been there for me. And my family getting together for, I thought it was, parts of the family gets together at grandma's. Parts of it were awful and parts of it were great. But I miss those times. But like last year, I was at a truck stop all day because I didn't deliver until the next day in Pennsylvania. It was cold. Oh boy, it was cold. But there was food in the restaurant, there were movies on Netflix, and there was lots to crochet. So it was a good day. So Thanksgiving, pretty much. My guilty pleasure. I have an unhealthy relationship with food. Pretty much. Favorite show to binge watch. Okay, truly, I could watch the Longmire, all the seasons of Longmire over and over again. Downton Abbey, I've watched over and over again. I can hardly wait to see the movie. And I like documentaries. I like, I watch a lot of Ken Burns documentaries and a lot of American history documentaries I really love. Can't leave the house without lip balm or dental picks. And the lip balm has to be this Vaseline because there aren't ingredients in this that make me need more lip balm later on. I need the real deal. Okay, can't leave the house. Okay, where are we now? Am I a morning person or a night owl? I am a good person in the morning. I am a horrible person in the evening. When I get tired, I am not a good person to be around, and I forget who I am and my identity, and I'm not a good person. In the mornings, I do great. Usually, if I've gotten enough sleep, I have become a morning person. Favorite movie genre. Okay, so I wouldn't say westerns because most of them are stupid. But here's some movies I love. The Mountain Men with Charlton Heston and Brian Keith. Not that it's a literary, genius type. No, it's a comedy and it's funny and it's about things that I know about. Jeremiah Johnson. Now that's a good one. I love seeing, I love Mountain Men kind of thing. He gets into the Rockies as a greenhorn and he becomes a very successful and well-respected mountain man. There's a book series by an author by the name of Terry C. Johnston. It's the Carry the Wind Mountain Men series. I hope you're looking on this side, dude. I'd like to see him pull up and straighten out. Okay, maybe I need to get this on. Yeah, okay, so anyway, you know, I have, you know, read several Stephen King novels, John Grisham, who's that? Okay, Tom Clancy. I love Louis, some of the second series of the Louis L'Amours. Wait a minute, I got mixed up. Movies. The Mountain Man, Jeremiah Johnson, Electric Horseman. I do like the Electric Horseman. There's a Mustang movie, I'm trying to think. I think it's called Branded, where these 4 guys, after they graduate from college, yeah, you're in a bad spot, dude. They take the time to adopt, I think it's 10 Mustangs. I think they went to Texas A&M, so, and, you know, came from the ranching background. And then they sent these Mustangs to a couple of very well-known Mustang trainers in that area. I mean, even I've heard of them. And trailer swing, dude. There you go. That's better. Sorry, that was really spooking me. Okay. I'm glad he did a pull-up. Anyway, and these 4 guys, you know, after the initial training by the 2 professionals, then they kind of finish them up. They took several months to prepare for this trip, and they went from the Mexican line and rode those horses to the Canadian line. I think it's called Branded. I forget. There's another movie called, you know, these are like documentary types. Down the Fence. It's about the working cow horse discipline, and I love that. Okay, so I did get mixed up between my books and my movies. Okay, last thing I bought was food and coffee from this little armpit mini market. It's good food though. Whew. Am I an introvert or an extrovert? Okay, so I don't know. You might think I'm an extrovert, but I can't shut down. So, okay, so here's a little education on personality styles. Some of you already know this, but you've got the driver, the expressive, the analytical, and the amiable. I'm an expressive driver, so I'm strongly expressive with a driver paired up with it. A driver is very result-oriented. They're represented kind of by the lion. Just get it done, get out of my way, you know, do it right or don't do it, you know, just that kind of person. Some people call them a type A, whatever. I don't know the type A stuff. Expressive, kind of, you know, this is the monkey. We like to tell stories, tell jokes. We sometimes, you know, have a pretty messy truck. That's the monkey. Makes friends, you know, just wants to party. Okay, and then we got the analytical. These are process-oriented people. This is, you know, represented by the owl. Not like these are spirit animals or anything. This is just a comparison. The analytical is someone who's they're going to take a long time to explain every single detail to you. And the expressive is like, oh, I'm just okay. Bullet points. And the driver is going to be like, oh, shut up. I don't even care at this point, you know? Bullet points, you know, give me the conclusion. I don't want to go through the whole research project. Very process oriented, the owl. Okay. And then the amiable is the turtle. They're sweet. They get along with everybody. They never ruffle any feathers. And anyway, I'm an expressive driver. What's next? Okay. Favorite book. Okay, see, I got this mixed up with the movie things. I screwed this up. Okay, Crochet books, Carry the Wind by Terry C. Johnston, and all those Mountain Men books. Historical fiction. He even went into, you know, he had a series called The Plainsmen, where he would take these, you know, the Indian Wars, as unfortunate as those were. He would, you know, insert some, fictional characters into those historical events, You know, the Sand Creek Massacre, all these Indian wars, even, you know, the ones down in Texas, the ones, you know, up, you know, the east side of the Rockies, the Modoc Wars in Southern Oregon and Northern California. Very good books. I also, like I started to say, you know, I've read a lot of Stephen King, John Grisham, Tom Clancy, and I do love the second series of the Louis L'Amour. Okay, I did it. Thanks, Crystal. I got a 20-minute video. Okay. I've decided I just don't have time to edit my soap making video, so there's going to be a lot of dead air. And just go. I mean, there's a lot of laughter, and it's pretty much, you know, how not to make soap. But the soap turned out beautiful, and if I can insert a picture of it after they cut it, after I left, I will try to do that at the end. And it smells good, I guess, and I can hardly wait for it to cure. So, that's me today. Kansas City, armpit of Kansas City, or maybe other naughty, dirty parts of the body to compare this part of Kansas City. I'm worried about Sandy at Left is Right Crochet. I hope that you are sleeping, and so that your body can fight this chest thing. Rest, honey, rest, and get better. That's about it. And Dooley, he's done. He's bored with the whole thing. So I'll upload this unedited with that guy almost hitting my truck. He got in that spot. He did it without touching my truck. Good boy. So I love you guys. Bye. Who are we gonna tag, Dooley? Who are we gonna tag? Come here. You want one of these? Come here. Who are we gonna tag? We're gonna tag, you know, I'd really like to hear from Pam at Red Gingerbread, because we haven't heard from her in a while, and I know that she's okay. I've heard from her, but I miss her. And I also miss Paige at the Yarn Viking. And I want to hear from, okay, so the others are Nicole at Addicted to Yarn, Joe from Joe's Web, unless you've already done it, Sweet Melisa Makes, and Sharon at Sharon's Crochet Corner. Is that who we want to hear from? Yes, Mama, that's who we want to hear from. I love you guys. Bye.